Imagine being 36 years old, still being able to compete, being the best player on your team every single night. But the only thing that's stopping you is you don't have the roster to help you and complement you. Well, I found a player who's going through that right now, and his name is Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry has been going through this for the last 2 years, as we all seen in the playoffs last year. It took him to drop 50 points in a Game 7 to get past the Kings. That's not normal. I mean, yeah, 50 points is cool and all, but, I mean, in a Game 7, 50 points, that's what it takes to beat them. You live with that, honestly. 50 points from the best player on the team, you live with that. It should not take he was 35 in 2023, a 35-year-old Stephen Curry to drop 50 points to get out the first round versus the Kings. That's unacceptable. But we're going to be talking about how the Warriors dynasty has fallen, so let's get into this video. It all starts when Draymond and KD get into a little argument during the Clippers game, and Draymond tells KD, he goes all out. He tells KD, we don't need you. You can leave. We already won without you. And I guess KD actually took that personal, and he left the Golden State Warriors and actually tried to go win it by himself. It didn't work out, as we all know. But then later on down the line, Draymond Green, Curry, Clay, they suffered many injuries. And this team, we don't know if they're going to get back to who they were the past couple of years, just dominating. Also, Kevin Durant has left, so we don't know what this team is going to be now. But in 2022, the Warriors add young talent, adding Jordan-Poole, who was drafted, Wiggins, who was traded for D'Angelo Russell, and they rose up again and won their fourth NBA championship. Stephen Curry won his fourth NBA championship alongside Draymond and Klay Thompson. But it just wasn't because of these three. Jordan-Poole, Wiggins were major pieces, even out of Porter during this time. And the vibes for the team, they look back, and the Warriors look back once again, and many people had them repeating and going far again. But then during their offseason, something strange happened. Draymond Green punches Jordan-Poole. When I saw this, I couldn't believe it. Draymond Green punches Jordan-Poole. In my head, I'm thinking, why did Draymond Green punch this young man? But then, as you get into it, you will learn it was over the contract. I think Jordan-Poole was bragging. Draymond Green didn't really like that. And then he punches Jordan-Poole, and then things for that season get kind of tricky. The chemistry wasn't there. They lose, like, a lot of games on the road. I think they lost, like, 30 games in a row. I'm going to put it on the screen however many games they lost. But they lost a lot of games on the road that year. And things weren't the same. Like I said in the beginning of this video, they went to a Game 7 with the Kings. Jordan-Poole did not play well in that series. In the season, I don't think he played well. I mean, he kind of played well when Curry was in and out the lineup. But for the playoffs, he was terrible. Versus the Lakers, terrible. Versus the Kings, he was terrible. So was Klay Thompson as well. But the thing was with this team, they lost Otto Porter Jr., and the vibes for this team, it just weren't there anymore. The chemistry and everything was just broken. This team was broken after Draymond Green punched Jordan-Poole for the rest of the season. But then the Warriors, they try to clean it up and get back to the team that they were. So they trade Jordan-Poole. Not even Draymond. They trade Jordan-Poole. Now, I understand they wouldn't trade Draymond Green because it's a core three with Steph, Curry, and Clay. They think that core three can win, which is acceptable. They won many times together. But they trade their young talent in Jordan-Poole. So now everybody's looking at the Warriors like, you just traded Jordan-Poole for an old man CP3. Now, CP3 and the Warriors, it was tricky with Chris Paul, but for the most part, it wasn't really that good. They go on, and they aren't the same team like I once said. And yes, they did finish the season with a positive record in a Wild West, but in the playoffs, play-in tournament, whatever you want to call it, it just went downhill. Klay Thompson 0 for 10. Curry didn't really have a good game, a lot of turnovers, and it was just awful. And I think that game was literally the last game of Curry, Clay, and Draymond. And it was. Klay Thompson is now a Dallas Maverick, which is so crazy to think about. But not really, because the Golden State Warriors went behind Klay Thompson's back and offered Paul George a 4-year contract max deal. Now, they told Klay Thompson that they couldn't do that for him. So why are they going to do it for Paul George? Now, Klay Thompson feels disrespected because he's been a Warrior his whole life. He built this organization. He was there with Curry and Draymond when they built this organization as well. The Splash Bros. I don't think the Warriors are what they are right now if Klay Thompson was not here for this whole ride, honestly. But enough of Klay Thompson. The dynasty is really ending, and it's really over because of Draymond Green. Draymond Green this season just getting suspended, just putting his hands on people, getting ejected from games. We even see Steph Curry cry this season, which is so sad to see. But with that being said, Draymond Green is the reason the dynasty is officially now over, and Klay Thompson's off the team. He couldn't find any connection with the Warriors front office. They didn't offer him money, which is kind of messed up, and he felt disrespected. They offered it to another player, especially when you've been on this team for so long and you go behind his back and do that. He even told Steph, don't say nothing to the office. Let them figure out what they want to do. And they weren't trying to give him more money, so it went the other way. But with that being said, the dynasty is now over. But if you guys like this video, get this video to 6 likes. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Get this video to 6 likes, and I'll drop again. But it's sad to see a trio of Draymond playing. Steph and Curry no longer play together.